This is my movement makes called Kraft Heinz nowadays. They also make cheese and have a ton of other brands, but there's been trouble on the horizon in this company for at least a year, and tons of bad news coming out. In fact, here's the chart. It's been going down since July of 2018 at a minimum, probably even further back. Let me go back 2 years and see what that looks like. Yep, it was trading over 90 bucks a share in July of 2017. And this recent drop where it fell off the cliff, they had to actually write down $15 billion of value in their brands. So there's been a ton of bad news, including the write down. There's an SEC investigation. They just missed earnings. They put out ugly guidance for 2019. Warren Buffett says, actually over the weekend, on Saturday, said something's going on with Kraft Heinz financials. Of course, he knew what was going to come out Monday, but Friday it closed at $32.58. So he knew something was coming out on Monday, and that news was actually the fact that they were restating earnings. They had to restate its financial statements for 2016 and 2017 after employee misconduct sparked a review into its procurement. So pretty bad news came out on Monday. Remember, it closed about $32.50 on Friday, and we are now in Wednesday, and it's still trading at about $32.50. So remember, in a monster trade, we are looking for a counterintuitive setup. Now, you would think anytime a company restates its earnings, that's terrible news, because they never restate it upwards. They always restate it downwards. And in the case of employee misconduct, usually there's some sort of fraud involved. But you would think that would be terrible news, and the stock should have gapped down on Monday, but it didn't. So there's our counterintuitive setup. We should be buying this thing at or below $32.50. Can do it currently right now. And then we were looking to ride this thing. Let's take a look at the more near-term chart. I'd be looking to get it at $32.50 and then probably selling out at, I'd say above 36 would be a minimum. And then potentially, let's say somewhere in the gap between 36 and 40 would be nice. So once it gets above, let's say 36 or so, I would definitely put a break-even stop on it just to let it ride and see what it could give me. But we're not looking to ride this thing up for a double or triple. This thing's not going to recover that quickly. But I do think that a lot of people are going to be betting against it in the near term, and those people are going to have to cover at a loss. And there are going to be some real buyers there. It's got a yield of about 5% right now, so it's actually a somewhat attractive purchase for those bottom feeders. But we're not buying to hold it for the long term. I'm going to say probably 1 or 2 months max, to allow it to get for the shorts to cover somewhere in the, again, 36 to 40 range. That's the profit target. And then I would set the stop somewhere, let's say below 31. So we're risking, let's say, $1.50-ish to make about 4 points minimum. So good luck on the trade. We'll revisit this in a couple of months when it's played out, okay? Thanks and good luck. Take care.